Hello dears and dudes, my name is Snyderman, and this is a video that you've all been waiting for a very, very long time. We are finally going to rank, from top to bottom, the characters of Telltale's The Walking Dead series. We have 70 characters that we're going to evaluate. Again, this is just going to be my opinion. You can put these characters however you want to. This is just my opinion on where they sit based on how I played and what I think of the characters in my experiences with them. Now, I do want to apologize this video took so long. We are just out of school as of this recording. I plan on doing a lot of live streaming. I don't know when you're going to see this, but it's here. It's ready to go. I have it. I promise. Here it is. And here we go. Okay, so let's run down our evaluation system real quick. I've broken these characters down into 6 different groups. Again, there are over 70 of them, so this is going to take a while. Some will be talked about more than others. I also didn't include anybody from The Walking Dead Michonne because I never played that game, so I can't really evaluate them. But basically, I broke them down just like this. A star, that is your benchmark tier. How we measure all the other characters, pretty much. You are a godlike character to me if you become an A-star character. A means that you're one of my favorites. You're a really, really good character. You might be missing a little something to make it up here, but you're still very, very good in my opinion. B is you're still a good character. You're above average. You, again, are just missing something that makes you not up here in the A category. C, you're average. It's basically a kind of meh character for whatever reason. One that I could kind of take or leave, or just actions throughout the game made me think of that character a certain way. D is below average. Their actions or just something that happened throughout the series, or just character in general, makes me put them in the D category. And then F, that's you're way, way below average. Don't like you as a character. Don't like them at all, etc., etc., etc. So that's how all of that looks. So what we are going to do now, I have my list all written down, ready to go. Snyderman did his homework. We're going to tier all 70 plus of these characters right now. Some minor characters might be missing, so for that I apologize, but I think I got all the major ones and a few of the minor ones as well. So let's go ahead and start with our girl Clem, because that's really why we're all here, is it not? Clem is our baseline character. She belongs in that A-star category, no question about it. In my opinion, she is our measuring stick for how we measure these characters. This entire series, season 1 through 4, was Clementine's story, and we got to see her evolve from an 8-year-old girl to a 16, 17-year-old young woman, and all the trials and tribulations that she had to go through on that journey. And so for me, Clementine, no question, deserves A-star category. She's our benchmark. She's our standard by which we will measure every other one of these characters and see where they end up. Spoiler alert, there's only going to be like 3 up there in the A-star category. So let's jump into everybody else. We love Clementine. That's obvious. Loved her story, loved everything about her. Let's talk about these other characters. And the first one that I put is Mabel the cow from season 1. She's a cow. I could take it or I could leave it. Whatever. She had one kind of funny little bit where Clementine was involved, talking about, oh, it smells like shit, blah, blah, blah. Funny, but in the end, she's a cow. Next up is Sam the dog. I never thought in a million years I would do this. I love dogs to death, but Sam, you get an F, buddy. you get an F. Because you bit Clem. You set Clem up. You were supposed to be her friend. You were the chosen one, Sam the dog. And you turned on us. So for that, you get an F. Next up, we got Danny from 400 Days. Now, I should talk about 400 Days here really, really quick. 400 Days is a DLC where the characters, by the end of it, don't get a lot of love. They kind of got screwed over, quite frankly, in Season 2. So, I am going to put a lot of these characters from 400 Days, as well as a lot of characters in general, in that C category. But we don't get a lot of time and we don't get a lot of growth out of 400 Days. So a lot of them are going to end up in that middle tier category. But Danny gets an F. And here's why. Danny, one, gets you a worse ending in the DLC. So there's that. That alone gets you an F. But I'm pretty sure they alluded to the fact that he's a pedophile as well. So if you save him, one, you're rescuing a pedophile. And two, he is going to get you a worse ending. So he gets an F off the bat for me. The next one is Becca, again from 400 Days. I remember her being kind of snotty and kind of bratty, but I don't remember much of her, so she's just kind of meh. Kind of there. Russell, same boat. I kind of like Russell, but again, we don't get a lot of time with him. We don't get a lot of growth out of him, so he's just kind of there. He's another middle-of-the-road character. Vince. Now, Vince is a bright spot in 400 Days for me. He barely makes the B category, and it's because of one line. Fuck Wall Street. Booyah, Vince. Booyah. So, Vince, you get a B. Justin. He is one that you can save instead of Danny. That gives you a better ending. He's kind of a white-collar criminal, so he does like a lot of triangle schemes and things like that. He's okay. I mean, I think I'll put him at a C, even though he's kind of a criminal and kind of shady. I'll give him a C just because he gives you a better ending. That's really it. That's the only reason why I would give him a C over, say, Danny. But there's that. The next one we got up is Nate. Nate is a dick. I never liked Nate. I played 400 Days a couple times, and I never, ever liked Nick. But I'm not going to give him an F, and here's why. He's going to go in the D category because he's funny. He makes me laugh a little bit. So, Nate, because you're funny, you get a D. Shell. Same thing with most 400 Days characters. She's just kind of there. She gets a C. I mean, there's not much else to say about her. She's just kind of a blah character, just kind of there, chilling in the background. Eddie and Wyatt. Now, these two, again, they could have been something more. They could have been fleshed out a little bit more. They could have come back in later seasons and done more. I know that Eddie, I think, shows up in the final season, and Wyatt's there in season 2. And these two are an interesting story because either Eddie can leave Wyatt or Wyatt can leave Eddie during the 400 Days. Again, interesting, but not interesting enough for me to put him in a higher tier. So again, the 400 Days crew is just kind of hanging out, middle of the road, just kind of chilling there. So that will end DLC characters. Now we're going to get into the meat and bones of the Walking Dead seasons. So, not a lot to speak of in terms of 400 Days. Sorry, the characters could have been done with them. That's all I'm saying. So let's start with Vernon from season 1. Vernon is a doctor. My initial impressions, you could very easily say, oh, Vernon's a cool guy, he's a cool dude. Very easily could go up here in the B category. No, because Vernon ends up betraying Kenny, locking him in the shed, stealing the boat, and then betrays the cancer survivors who were his patients to steal the boat from them as well. So Vernon, you get a D, buddy. You get a D, and no, D is not for doctor. D is for douche. D is for douche. Next up, we have Walter. Walter is from season 2. He's Kenny's friend. I like Walter. Very intelligent, very well read. His death was quick. It was heartbreaking. But we didn't get a lot of time with him. Carver made sure we didn't get a lot of time with him. So, yeah, there's that. I'm going to give Walter a C because we didn't get a lot of time with him. We didn't get to know him a lot, even though I did like him. Next, we got AJ. Not a lot to be said about AJ. He goes up here. He's our first A tier. He is from season 2, 3-ish, and 4, and he's kind of on par with Clementine in the sense that we kind of see him grow up. We kind of see him go from a baby, newborn, to a 5-6-year-old little boy. He's an awesome kid. It was really cool to kind of see his arc. I just don't think it was as cool as Clementine's. Although he does get close to this A-star category because he's the one that saves Clemmy at the end. Even if you decide we're going to have Clementine die, AJ's there and says, nah, we're going to take the leg off and we are going to bring Clementine back with us. So AJ gets an A. Ava. Ava's our next one. I don't remember a lot about her. And I know, like, she's David's friend from season 3. She's a military chick. I don't remember a lot. I don't. And because I don't remember a lot, I don't think it's fair to put her high, and I don't think it's fair to put her low, so she goes right in the middle. She's okay. Eleanor. Eleanor is another heartbreaker. You hurt me, Eleanor. You hurt me bad. I would have put you at the B. Maybe even an A, because you seemed really nice. You seemed really nice. But then you went and turned on me with Joan. And I can't forgive you, Eleanor. I can't forgive you. Go in the D category. Max. Don't remember a lot about Max, other than he was a douche. D stands for douche. There we go. D's a douche. Omid. Omid is next. Omid, very beloved character. Loved the guy. You feel his death at multiple points throughout the series, which I think is big when it comes to a character. He was funny. I always liked him. I still love him. Going on the A tier, Omid. Love you, buddy. Love ya. Badger. Evil man. That is Badger. You get an F. I'm glad you died. painfully. You're done. Ben. Okay, so let's talk about Ben. Ben is complicated. If you had asked me after my first, maybe even second playthrough, I would have put him down here somewhere. Didn't like him. Didn't like him. After playing through a couple more times, I get it. He's a nice kid. He means well. I can't look past that he was giving bandits supplies or anything. I can't look past that, but he started to grow on me, so I'm moving him up to the C tier. He doesn't belong down here just because he's dumb. Not his fault. So yeah. Brenda St. John of the St. John's Dairy. You're a cannibal, you get an F. Simple as that. Cannibalism equals F in Snyderman's book. Bree. Never really cared for Bree. Never really cared for Bree. Didn't hate her. Didn't love her. She can be kind of a cool character if you get on her good side and really just, I guess, go super, super nice with Lee. I don't know. She just never really endeared to me that much. She's okay. She gets a C. Nothing to hate about her, really. Nothing to love about her. She can be a raging biatch if you go against her. I do know that. Nothing to hate on her for, but dang. Dang, Bree. Calm down. Brody. Brody is a character from season 4, the final season, that I say deserved a lot more than what she got. Love Brody. Brody's awesome. I wish we got a little bit more time with her. I felt cheated that we didn't get a lot of time with her. So what sets Brody apart from people in the C tier that we didn't get a lot of time with and didn't get a lot of growth out of is I felt cheated. I wanted more of Brody. So we're going to put Brody at a B because I wanted more with her, which to me speaks volumes in terms of characters. It makes her different from these other ones. Even Walter. I didn't really... I mean, it sucks that we didn't get a lot of time with Walter, but I never felt myself wanting more out of time with Walter. Brody, I feel kind of cheated that we didn't get more time with her. So there we go. Next up, we got Abel. Big jerk. Should go in the D category. Should go in the D category. But, 1, he survives a herd, which is pretty freaking cool. 2, his death scene and the speech and the dialogue in that scene are epic. So Abel, because of your epic death and because you were able to survive a herd somehow, you get a C. You get moved up, Abel. You're okay. Minerva. Minnie. Ooh, I love Minnie. I think Minnie is one of the best villains of the game for a couple reasons. 1, I think her story is awesome in the sense that they make you think that you're going to see a turn. They make you think that you're going to see a redemption story out of Minerva, and it never comes. And just her freaking spooky song in episode 4 of the final season. I think it's episode 4. Maybe it's episode 3. No, it's 4. Definitely episode 4. That spooky song of Minnie. Oh, she goes in the A category. Love me some Minerva. Rosie. Rosie's a good girl. Love me some Rosie. You go up here in the A category. Clementine's dog from the final season. Started out as Marlon's dog. Awesome. Destroys zombies. A for Rosie the puppers. Krista. Okay. Krista's going to be a little bit of a hot take. A lot of people really love Krista. Some might even go so far as to put Krista up here. I'm not going to do that. Krista, for me, is still a good character. I always wonder what happens to Krista. But I'm going to put her in the B category. And here's why. It stems from my first playthrough and my initial impression of Krista. She is very snotty, comes across kind of rude, and that first impression just never went away for me. So Krista gets a B because I can't shake that bad first impression. She's a great character, pretty awesome. I wish they would have let us know what exactly happened with her. It was supposed to be her, Lilly, as the bad person in season 4, and they went with Lilly instead. I wish they would have let us know what happened with Krista, but again, that first impression, for some reason, I can't shake it. I can't shake it. Next, we got Chuck. Okay. Next, we got Chuck. And Chuck is from season 1. I really miss Chuck. He goes in the B category. Good dude. Really good dude. Deserved a lot better. Sacrificed himself for the good of the group. Love you, Chuck. Love you. You're not quite up here, though. We miss you. Doug. Okay, let's talk about Doug. Doug is going to get a B for me. And it's because he is a good character. I don't go with him a lot whenever I play through season 1. I usually go Carly. But I've gone Doug before, and he is useful. He reminds me of me in terms of being nerdy, so he's got that going for him. He's alright. I give him a B. Good job, Doug. Marlon. Okay, originally I was going to give Marlon a C. But then I thought about it. Most of the time, Marlon was cool. Like, most of the time, he was helping out Clementine. He was really looking out for the group. But then he has that moment where everything's revealed, that he's shady, that he's trading kids off. Obviously not a good look. But I also felt bad for him at the end. I don't think he deserved to die the way that he did, getting shot in the head by AJ. I felt kind of bad when people were starting to turn on him. So, because he gets a little bit of sympathy, and because he did have a pretty decent first impression, I'm going to give him a B. And it's because of that first impression, and because I felt sympathetic to him at the end. So there's that. The next up is Duck. Oh, Duck. Alright. If you've seen my playthrough at all, you will know that I hate Duck. Duck's annoying. Duck is absolutely annoying. I should put Duck at a D or an F. But I'm not going to. Because his dang death scene always makes me feel bad for him. So Duck, you get a pass this time, buddy. You get a pass. And you get a C. That's all for Duck. David. David from season 3. He's a douche. D for douche. He's got anger issues. I never liked him. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. He's kind of a douchebag. I don't like the way he treated Kate. I don't like the way he treated Javi. I just don't like it. So, D for douche. David the douche. Gabe. Gabe from season 3. He's David's son. Clementine has a crush on him. He's not good enough for Clementine. He is too blinded by his father, I think. I think he should have been a little bit more loyal to Javi and to Kate since they were the ones that took care of him. So, Gabe, you get a D next to your dad because you're not good enough for Clem, and you should have listened to your uncle, you should have listened to your stepmom, and you didn't. So there you go. Don't like Gabe. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Next up is Javi. Javi, not a lot to say. He's cool. I give him an A. I give Javi an A. Really liked Javi. Enjoyed his story. Kate. Kate from season 3. She is David's wife. Ends up becoming, or could end up becoming, Javi's girlfriend. Okay, a lot of people in my playthrough didn't like the cheating aspect. She was kind of a controversial character during my playthrough. I liked her. So she's going to go in the B category. And the reason that she's not going up in the A is because she does contradict a lot of your choices. She does get an attitude about a lot of the choices that you make throughout The Walking Dead Season 3. So I can't put her in an A for that reason, but she is a very good character. I did like her a lot, so she does go in the B category for me. Trip. Trip was pretty cool. I felt really bad when he died. Trip, you get a B, buddy. You get a B. You were pretty cool. I enjoyed time with you. Sad to see you go. Sad to see you go. Glenn. Okay, Glenn. Glenn was different for me. I'm going to put Glenn in the A category. One, because of TV show bias. I love Glenn in the TV show. If it was strictly Walking Dead TV show characters and Glenn came up, he would be up here. He would be at the A-star category. But this isn't a Walking Dead TV show ranking. This is a Telltale Walking Dead ranking. So Glenn gets an A. There was a lot of good stuff from Glenn in the episodes he was in on season 1. A lot of funny moments. So he deserves to be up there in my opinion, even though we didn't get a lot of time with him in Telltale, because he went off to join Rick. We got Alvin. Alvin's a good dude. Alvin really is a good dude. I'm going to give him a B. I thought he was really nice. Great guy. Wish we would have had more time with him. But, alas, it was not to be. Alvin, we'll miss you. Good character. Good dude. Liked him a lot. Carlos from season 3. Carlos the doctor. A lot of people really like Carlos. I think he's nice. I think he's okay. But one, he can be kind of a dick to Clem. 2, I think he messes his daughter up, even in the world that you're living in with zombies and everything. I think sheltering your children, even in that kind of environment, is not good. In fact, that's even more dangerous in a zombie apocalypse, in my opinion. So Carlos, for me, is going to go right next to Duck in the C category. Don't hate the guy. Don't love the guy. He's average. He's okay. We'll talk more about his daughter in a moment. And that leads us to Carver. Carver is one of, in my opinion, one of the best villains in the series. He freaks me out. His writing is well done. He is one of the more memorable villains for me. You thought I was going to give him a B. No. Carver, you get an A, my friend. You scare the shit out of me, so you get an A. You get an A, my friend. Let's jump to Reggie. Poor Reggie. Nice dude. Good dude. Didn't get a lot of time with him. I felt bad when he died. So, I guess based on that logic, I should give him a B. Yeah, Reggie can go up and get a B. Reggie can have a B. I have him written here on my list as a C, but now that I think more about it, yeah, Reggie, you deserve a B, my friend. You deserve a B. Troy. Hate Troy. Never liked Troy. You get an F. You're stupid. You're nasty. You're just awful. Troy gets an F. Don't like Troy. Jane from season 2. Okay. I know a lot of people like Jane. I like her too. But I think Jane can't be any higher than a B. Because of what she did to AJ at the end of the season. I don't think she deserves an A. She definitely doesn't deserve an A star because she was shady in what she did to AJ, made us think AJ was dead. For that, I cannot forgive you. To the B tier with you. That's all I have to say. It is decided. Jesus. Jesus is a cool character in the TV show. Again, if it was a TV ranking tier, or if it was a TV show ranking of the Jesus character, he'd deserve an A, I'd say. But again, we're not ranking television show characters, we're ranking the Telltale versions. I can't give you higher than a B. Jesus gets a B on my end. Alright, Lilly. Lilly, for me, again, is sort of like Duck in the sense that she's a complicated character. I started off hating her. I really did. And then, after a couple of playthroughs, I started to sympathize with her. I started to understand where she was coming from. And then I get a little endeared to her. Then she turns on Clem at the end, which makes me hate her again. But I think that makes a good villain, so I'm going to put her at a B. Yeah. Lilly deserves a B. Okay, next up we got Dr. Lingard from season 3. Good doctor. I end up feeling bad for him at the end, like with his drug stuff and just wanting to die and whatever. I don't know. He's just kind of a meh character too, so I'll put him at the C category. Not a whole lot to say about him, other than, I mean, he made me feel sorry for him, made me feel bad, I guess. Sure, let's go with that. I did have to make a quick cut. You'll notice some ads or part of some ads on the side. I'm not getting paid for this. Don't worry. Next up is Carly. Carly is in the same boat as Mr. Doug right here. She goes in the B category. She's one that I could very easily see moving up a tier had she gotten more time, had she not met an untimely demise at the hands of Lilly. So, yeah, Carly gets a B for me. Flipping my notes here, like I said, I do have all of these characters written down and ranked. So there is that. I am doing my homework. So, Katja. I never really liked Katja all that much. But there again, her death made me sad. So I guess because of that, she's kind of middle of the road as well. So Katja gets a C just because she made me sad when she decided she'd rather die than keep going on. So yeah, Katja gets a C. Mariana from season 3. She's Javi's niece, David's daughter. I really, really wish she would have gotten to live instead of Gabe. I wish they would have given us a choice between Gabe and Mariana, and we could have killed Gabe. Because Mariana was awesome. Loved Mariana. She gets a B. Sweet girl. Loved her headphones. Didn't deserve to die the way that she did. Didn't deserve it. So she gets a B. Let's see where we at. Mark. Mark is cool. He's a cool dude. Got his legs chopped off. Wish we would have had more time with him. I don't know. I have him written down as a B. I don't know that I feel he really deserves that though. No, we're gonna put Mark at a C. It is decided. Mark goes at a C. Mark goes at a C just because, I mean, he's okay. I don't mind him. It's alright. Alright, moving on. We got Mitch. Mitch is next. Don't remember Mitch, really. I don't remember him all that much. I know he dies. I know it's a big heartbreak in the final season for the group. Don't remember him. So we'll put him at a C. Molly. Molly's cool. She needed to stay with us. I am going to put Molly at an A. I wish Molly would have stayed. She was a badass. Super cool. Really wish she would have stayed with the group. Would have loved to see a dynamic between her and older Clem. Maybe like in season 3 or something, she could have come back. That would have been cool. But alas, it was not to be. Arvo. Arvo's a douche. Lies. Manipulates. Backstabs. Arvo, you get a D. You get a D. Okay, Bonnie. Bonnie is from 400 Days. She makes a big appearance in season 2. I really, really liked Bonnie at the beginning. Like, Bonnie would be probably a solid B tier for me had she not screwed up Clementine. She backstabs us. She was cool up until that point. I give her a C. C because of the backstab, but you were cool before that. Same with Mike, her accomplice. He also was super cool. Really liked Mike. Mike was a good dude. And he turns on us. Don't care for it. Luke. Luke I really liked. Luke was cool. He could have been a little bit more confident, a little less. I think he could have taken a few more risks. Personally. But yeah, Luke gets an A. Luke gets an A. Luke is awesome. Love Luke. Let's go Nick. Nick is next. I remember Nick being kind of a jerk. And I remember he kind of gets a little redemption story at the end if you play your cards right. Then he just kind of disappears. I don't remember a whole lot else. So I guess, I guess C. His Uncle Pete. Pete's really cool. Love Pete. Wish we would have had more time with Pete. But Pete was really cool. He's the one that can change your mind about Nick really well. So Pete gets a B. Rebecca. Didn't really like Rebecca all that much. Especially at the start. Didn't really like it. She kind of slowly starts coming back. Slowly, kind of endears herself to me. And then she dies. So, I guess, because by the end, she was kind of making amends for stuff. So yeah, she's alright. She's alright. Let's see. That was Rebecca. Sarah. Okay. I am going to give Sarah a D. 1, she is as annoying as Duck. 2, she was still a silly little girl. Still annoying. Super annoying. Now, a lot of what she was is because of her dad. I get that. Carlos kind of messed that girl up by keeping her isolated, I guess, or kind of hovering. So I didn't like that. But I also didn't feel as sad on her death as I did when Duck died. So equally annoying, Duck and Sarah. Didn't feel as bad when she died. So Sarah, you get a D. Sorry. Sarita. I remember a few good exchanges with Kenny. I remember her being a nice lady. I remember all of that. I don't remember getting too attached to her as a character. So I'm going to give her a C. Sarita, she's alright. She's alright. And let me adjust just a little bit. Let's see where we're at there. I'm trying to make it so you can see pretty much everything, but I think I'm doing the best I can here, peeps. So let's go ahead and move on to our next group, which is Andy and Danny St. John of the St. John's Dairy. You're cannibals, just like your mom. You both get Fs. Andy and Danny St. John, no room for cannibalism. Not on my watch. You're done. You get an F. You get an F. Larry from season 1. I'm glad we crushed his head with a salt lick. He deserved to die. Old, mean, racist jerk. He deserved to die. He gets an F. Asim. I don't remember Asim very much. I remember a few bright spots that kind of endeared me to him, but there wasn't a lot there. So I guess because I just remember bright spots, I can put him at a B. Yeah, that works. James, Mr. Whisperer, former Whisperer James. I love James. He's a good dude. He was a good dude. He gets a B. I would love to see James come back, except for he's dead in my playthrough. I just remembered that. Awkward. James, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean for you to die. I did get James killed. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. Omar. Omar from the final season. He's a chef. That's really all I got. Omar, level C. Lewis. Okay. Another hot take, because people really love Lewis. And I get it. He's kind of a funny dude. He just... something about him annoyed me. He grated on me. He was funny, but he also reminded me too much of a loudmouth, just idiot. So I'm going to give him a B. Because he is funny, and he is a lovable character, and I understand all that, and he kind of endeared himself to me a little bit too. But, yeah, no. 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 Next we got Ruby. Ruby gets an A. Ruby gets an A. And it's because I loved her story. I loved how she evolved in the last season. And for whatever reason, she just stuck out to me. And I really, really liked Ruby. So Ruby gets an A. 10. Sweet, sweet little 10. I have 10 down at a C. So I'm going to put him there, but let's talk through. Because the only thing that I can say about 10 is he wanted to be with his sister. And he didn't understand what Minerva was doing. And you can't really fault him for that. He endears himself to AJ. He is a sweet kid. Unfortunately, I had to kill him. I didn't have to kill him, but he died in my playthrough. I think he deserves to be moved up. I think we can give 10 a B. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Violet. Okay, this goes along with my Lewis hot take. Violet, I was really close to having a relationship between her and Clem. I, at the end, decided not to. But Violet, just something about her as a character stands out to me. I don't know what it is. Something about her just kind of stands out. I really, really liked her. I still really like her. She's one of my favorites. I am actually going to make her our second. A-star character. She deserves it, in my opinion. She deserves it. And let me see if I can't adjust. Okay, I'll just adjust that a little bit more. That way we can see the whole thing. But yeah, Violet deserves it. So, yeah, Violet gets our second A-star. I really, really liked Violet. Just the broody character who's been through some stuff, deserved a lot more than what she was given. I just really like her. So she's going there. Willy. Willy is next. Willy's another character that's just kind of kind of bleh, kind of there. I'm going to give him a C. I remember him being a little annoying. I believe I even called him Duck 2.0 at one point. So there's that. But yeah, he's just kind of meh. Lonnie and Clint from the New Frontier Season 3. Both are D-bags. Both deserve the D tier. Lonnie and Clint, you're the D tier. Conrad. Conrad, in my opinion, is an underrated character. He's kind of a cool character. I felt really bad for him, having to see his wife die and things like that. I understand where he comes from in his arc. I'm going to give him a B. Joan. Joan, you get an F. You're done. You're evil. You're mean. You backstab me. I don't like it. Okay. Last two characters. These are some biggies. We're gonna scroll up a little for this one. Or for these ones. So Kenny. If you watched my playthrough on this channel, Kenny was a very divisive character. Not everybody loved Kenny, but plenty of other people did. And I've always kind of liked Kenny. Do I think he deserves a star? No. Do I understand why people would put him at a B, C, maybe even a D because of his attitude about his family and about how to run things in the apocalypse and things like that? Yeah, I get that. But I am going to put Kenny at an A. Because he's the mustache man. Because I love Kenny. Love, love, love Kenny. Absolutely. He's awesome. End of story. And that just leaves the man, Lee Everett. We're going to scroll up here a little bit. That leaves Lee Everett. Lee is amazing. He is one of the most memorable video game characters, in my opinion, of all time. I would have loved to see what would have happened if Lee had survived season 1 and was able to kind of help guide Clementine through some of the decisions she would have to make. But then again, I think about that and I go, okay, if Lee lives past season 1 and interacts with Carver or interacts with the kids in the last season or interacts with Javi, what does that look like? And is he the same character? And I don't know that he is. Because I think what is endearing about Lee is, 1, how much he loves Clementine. 2, how he meets his end and is willing to fight through his end to save Clementine. And 3, then becomes kind of Clem's conscience or guardian angel or whatever you want to say throughout the rest of the series. That makes Lee awesome. So love, love, love Lee. He's a great dude, great man, deserves a star. So here you go. That is my final list. Let me know, and I'm going to move it just a little bit. There we go. Let me know if you agree, disagree. There you have it. There it was, my ranking 70 plus characters of Telltale's The Walking Dead. And I'm interested to know what you think. So leave me a comment down below. If you think somebody should be moved up or down, tell me why. And I will gladly debate you in the comments. Or if you think I got it perfect, tell me that too. I'm interested to know what you think. But please do be hitting that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Have a great day. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.